So, good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Oddsparks. Let's see. We were starting to redo our base and start rebuilding things. But first thing I want to do is change our outfit. Go from the rainbow flag today. But let's do the trans flag. Yep, today we'll do the trans flag. Alright. So let's see. We were on the quest for to get a bunch of... Yeah. Okay. So we need etheric clumps, wood panel and wooden blades, sawn timber and wooden panels. Okay. Sawn panels and... Okay. So how many wooden blades do we have? We actually have quite a few. Okay. And... Okay. Carry spark. We needed a loamy spark. Okay. And more crafties. Right. Okay. So that's why we were over there, is to basically force more crafties. Okay. So. Yep. Okay. Alright. So we have even more crafties. And truth. And these need more. Yep. Etheric shards, so go ahead and have you guys take care of these. Get us some etheric shards. Okay. Nice. Okay. The other thing we can do, start getting rid of these rocks. Branches, yeah. Let's clean out a lot of this area. I've got so many little guys working. Okay. Okay. And while we're here, I'll actually throw down another shed. Just for material storage for out here. So... throw in... Okay. And here we can throw in... Yep. All the rocks. Wood, yeah. Breaking the rocks up. Okay. Yep. Because we will need them a bit. Okay. Okay, so we have even more crafties. Right. And... yeah. Oh, we're... okay. So yeah, here... Right, because they're bringing... They're bringing those... Then our sawing timber. Okay. And the other thing was for wooden swords. Okay, we needed like 40 Okay, there's probably some more being back at our first base, and we can take that and start filling out quests we need to do. Okay. So, as I remember building... I'll say this one is just short on lumber. Okay. Alright. These giving us all the wooden swords. Beautiful. Okay. So now let's start looking at filling out some quest stuff. Okay. So carry, choppy, loamy. We still have the carry. So we'll drop that off. Okay, choppy, loamy. And then crafty sparks. And any more crafties? Yes. Okay. Then wooden blade. Okay. So that's everything we can drop here. Okay. Okay. In the meantime, you wanted loamy and more wooden blades. Okay. Then you want more etheric clumps. And you want wooden panels. Tree bark and then stones. Okay. And here. Okay, so we could get waypoints. Carry spark, quartz, and choppy spark. Well, we can at least throw a choppy spark in. Let's see. Beefilant, fertilizer. Global production counter. I think that. Okay, so we'll grab one of the fertilizers. Okay, because I'm genuinely curious if that'll be just give us a. Yeah, I think one. Okay, because if that gives us a production counter, that should tell us basically how much. All right. Curious if that'll be how we can then tell how much we have where. Okay. Okay. Oh, we do have a blade, so waypoints. Okay. And the fertilizer. Graph to help review. Okay. So, I assume that is like quest overview. Ah, there we go. Ah, okay. Production over the past 10 minutes, hour. Okay. Okay. So that's good to know. Okay, so from there, we're still looking for more of everything. Okay. Okay. So for these, we need far more wooden swords. But they're being produced as... Okay. Oh. Well, that's a good chunk of the boards we needed. Quests. Okay. So the wooden panels, 80, and blades, 40. Okay. Okay. So we should have them shortly. Okay. other thing we should be looking towards... Alright, extra... Yeah, Stumpy Spark Shrine. Alright. The other thing we should look at is getting... Yep. Getting Ether and... Okay. Yep, get them all working, getting us leads. Yep. Nice. Yep. Wood, leaves, leaves. Yep. Nice. Alright. Alright. Yep. Nice, and then bring up everything. Okay. So put the leaves in. Make us some more fertilizer. Okay. And... Okay. So that should be boards and swords we need. Okay. So... Okay. Okay, it was only 40. And then... 120 sawn lumber. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, so 6 more sawn lumber. That's easy. Okay, okay. Good afternoon, Preston. How's it going? Oh, no one's starting. Probably no one yet. Just getting started. Got a bit of a late start today. Got distracted after getting home from work. Alright, sawn lumber. Cool. More than enough. Here we go. Alright. So, that should be the end of this quest. And we get the spark pen. Alright. It works. It doesn't hold a lot, but it does the job. They seem happy. Alright. So, the spark pen. Let's see. A small building to hold your sparks. Interesting. So... I assume what it is they go and effectively when you do the throwing of them to an area, then they are trapped. Then they go into the spark pit. At least that's what I'm imagining. Well, we still have a bit more to grab anyway, so... Okay. So... Anyway. Collect, get the swords. Let's check how our other production line's doing, because I need more crafty sparks. And throw some more leaves in for fertilizer. Okay. Because we need crafty sparks to make the other types. Okay. So, craft these. And more swords. Okay. Alright. Before we start on anything else, so let's see, we need to go... That's the choppy. That's crafty. Okay, it's to the north is carry. Carries would be nice. I forget, what do you need for carries? Let's take a look. Alright, you need crafties and 20 sawn lumber. Oh, that's all. Okay. And you do get at least, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio, so carry sparks are. Okay. So those will work for a bit. Then it was... Where was the Lomi? That's the Arty. Etheric Distillery. Where was the Lomi? Okay, all the way to the east. Okay. Because I know you needed something in fertilizer. Well, what am I doing? There's a whole notebook. Sparks and items. Creating the Lomi spark is... Oh, just the gems. And then fertilizer. Okay. In which case... Get rid of the little guys. Okay. Alright. So... Okay, so it makes sense. You throw Lomi sparks. Okay, they become trees, then you throw... Have it throw these. They gather the wood. Okay. Think I get how this is supposed to work. Okay. So, in the meantime... We needed some Lomis. Oh, wait, that's the Arty spark. Lomi was further. Okay. Okay. Alright, so fertilizer, etheric, and then toss 2. Okay. So in the meantime, we'll just... Alright. Now go after the... Get me some of the gems. Oh wow, you get 5? Holy crap, you get 5 Lomi sparks. Well, I guess because they're one-time use, that makes sense. Okay. Still, you get a lot of Lomi sparks for every yeah. But I guess that makes sense because for those who just to show them off what they do, Lomi sparks will go near the actual our main base. They're one and done. Kind of. So yeah, that makes sense. Because then Lomi sparks require some basic raw materials. Alright. So, effectively, you throw a Lomi spark. It buries underground and becomes a bunch of bushes. To which you send out the rest of your regular sparks, and they break it apart into trees and wood. Alright. Then... Okay. We need sawn wood for it. Okay. So just to get an idea... And throw the... Yeah, because then I got a bunch of leaves left. And they'll turn that into more fertilizer, which then gets turned into more. Okay. Saw lumber. Then... Alright. So, just to be clear, the pen. So then we throw a... Okay. Then these guys get thrown into it. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Then if you throw them in here, so then they can be stored active. Not entirely sure how this is supposed to work yet, but we're getting there. Okay, and I have 10 fertilizer. Need 40. Well, technically 31. Alright. And a lot of wooden swords and crafty sparks. Okay. Alright. So lots of swords, those. Crafty and loamy sparks. Okay. Well, let's warp back. Drop off what we can. Okay. So stunned on the etheric clumps because I haven't been killing beefalants. Okay. You need your loamy spark, fertilizer, okay. Okay. Crafties and fertilizer. So, okay, I already put in all my crafties. Alright. And you need... Oh, more loamy sparks, so the rest of those can go there. And wooden blades. Almost there. Wood panels are something we will have a shit ton of. Beautiful. Alright. Yep. Alright. Okay. Actually, I should have more than enough in... That's regular wood. Now some extra swords. Some timber. Alright. And there's some more wood panels and fertilizer. And stuff to make fertilizer. So, add that. Okay. So yeah, I know we've just been doing, I know we're just doing the basic steps of filling things in right now, but we'll unlock some new stuff here in a moment. So wood panels. Sweet. Okay. Thank you. The more things run without you, the more time you have. Alright, so we now have access to buildings. Spark thrower. A building that can throw your sparks. Sparks will act the same as when you throw them. Alright. Alright. Okay. So we got that. We don't have any more crafties on us. But we do need, well, drop off the fertilizer. Oh, wooden blades. Yeah, we got plenty. Just need some more loamy sparks. That's easy enough. And crafty sparks and more fertilizer. Okay, we'll be there shortly. And yeah, nothing for him. And then for her. Ah, she's the one who needed stone, that's right. And more wooden panels. Tree bark and stone. Okay. Alright, alright. Alright. Okay. And it's just lumber that we're short on, so there. Okay. More fertilizer. And I got all this processed. Okay. No, wait. I needed that. Stone. Okay. More leaves. Okay. And okay. Let's do it. Okay. So let's go make some more loamies. Yep. Alright. At least you get a ton of them. Etheric. Don't have anything I need refined. Okay. Ooh, beeflet. Corpse. Go ahead. Nice. Okay. Looks like there's something in here. Even more. Okay, more stuff to process. Okay. Ah, and there's the ancient waypoint. And up here was the loamy. Okay. Just need some more fertilizer. Oh, it requires far more etheric than I realized. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, so they take more etheric shards than anything. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, so how many? That's 10. Okay, so we have definitely enough to do... Okay, so for Lomies, we do have enough. Okay. Alright. So, obviously the combination of Lomi... So you throw a Lomi... and it grows a bunch of bushes, and then have others. Then you want to have, you know, like any of your others grab the stuff and then bring it back into the system. So, well, okay, the only way to know is to try. Spark thrower. Oh, okay, can't do it yet because I need the wood. Okay. Okay. Oh, the other thing we need is crafties. Okay. Alright. We finally get to the point where... Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. Either way, we can at least go get bark harvesting. So let's go get that. Well, we can just teleport. What am I doing? No need to run there manually. Okay. So, bark harvesting is our first thing. Alright. So for this, we just need a couple more Lomi sparks. Alright. I guess we were barking up the right tree after all. Alright, so logger can now be used to... Sawbench can turn wood into bark, or a logger can be used to just harvest bark directly. Okay. Okay. And we need 80 tree bark for that, but also stone, etheric butchery, etheric pellets. No, I need clumps. Okay. And while we're here, it was deliver tree bark, stone, and wooden panels. Okay, crafty sparks and okay. Anything I would want to get rid of? Extra. So we can have a logger just give us actual okay, so we can build a logger to just get... Alright, what am I missing? 5 rocks, okay. Probably have some in the sheds over here. Yep, sure enough. Okay. So a logger. Okay. And we can just switch it over to harvesting just raw bark. Okay. Actually, wait. Yeah, get rid of these guys. Go for the crafties. Because that'll be faster. Okay. It takes almost no time. Now, what do we want to do with these? Dirt path up here. And let's see. Because one of the first things I think about doing is just putting a barrel. Yeah, just a barrel for storage. Okay. Okay. And then the other thing we would want is a compressor. Yeah, sure. Basically, if you fill the barrel, then we'll just have it compress and burn it off for extra money. Okay. So from there, pick up how much we need. 11 more things of fertilizer. Okay. Let's go to the distillery. Oop. Okay. Distillery was... okay, more to the east. Alright. There we go, and that'll get more of those going. Okay. So next thing we want to build is a spark thrower. Okay, we're just missing the panels. Okay, well, that's easy enough. In fact, I probably have some left. Yeah, of course I do. Okay. So let's see. A spark thrower. Okay. So if we do this... okay. So say active sparks. So say I have to do that. Okay. Throws. Okay. And then if I give it... okay. So I take the Lomi back. Okay, so now if I throw one of these, where do they go? They bring it back here. Okay. And they automatically come back to this one. So I can do as many as 10. And they'll just periodically bring back... okay. So you don't need to... huh. So then you'll just need an exit to put this where it needs to go. Okay, well, good to know. Yeah. Inventory's full. Okay. But now, once the... okay. I see the way this works. So you have the assigned group, and they just... okay, so then you would just add a Lomi Spark. Internet died. Okay. Internet died there for a second. Everything alright? Okay. Looks like we're back to normal. Make sure... Okay. Yeah, everything hiccuped there. Sorry, folks. Looks like everything's gone back to normal, though. Okay. Okay. So then, if I threw a Lomi Spark, let's say... onto here... Alright. So then, and testing, dirt path for here to okay. Then put like a barrel on here. And let's see, so would they grab excess materials, put them in storage or wherever they need to be. Now the trick is, okay, if I take out active sparks, okay, the active sparks okay, so they can't just be loaded here. Okay. So, so actively loading it. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so, but if one was to pick up the Lomi Spark, they would probably load it in. So if I told one to go there... Yeah. Alright. Okay. Interesting. 80 tree bark. Yeah, well... Okay. Okay. Then have this start becoming more fertilizer. Okay. Okay. And, right, more crafty sparks. Okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Yep. How you two got stuck carrying those, I don't know. Okay. 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 Okay, so we have tree bark. And we need wooden panels. Okay. Oh, and stone. Okay. Those should be in our sheds over there. Okay. fertilizer. Okay. So sawn lumber we can put back. Okay. So we need wood panels. Okay. And start making more fertilizer. There we go. Okay. Let's head back. Okay. So, rocks, wood panels, tree bark. Okay, so we just need some rocks for there. If there are clumps and more fertilizer. Okay, one more fertilizer literally, and then crafty sparks. Okay, and then 20 more crafty sparks and we're good. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. In addition... Okay. We need to carry quartz. Haven't seen that yet. Tree bark. Beefling carapace. And another loamy spark. And Pengus tendon. Okay. We're getting there. Okay, because our biggest holdup is the crafty sparks. And let's see. And that last fertilizer. Then more stone. Okay. Alright, alright. Crafties. Yep. Alright. And then this just needs modern. Is okay. What's the holdup? Oh. Oh right, I don't know why I made this. But here. Alright. Then get rid of that. There we go. Then yeah, go ahead and add like 20 more. There we go. Alright. There, that should help out. Yep. Yep. Alright. Is it starting to fill up? Barely. Okay. So the next thing we need... Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I think the next thing we need is more carries. Okay. And carries require... what was it? Notebook. Okay, carry sparks. Sawn lumber and crafties. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So then once this one is full, yeah. So we'll put that one in. Okay. And from there, we've got a bunch of unused lumber here. So, yeah, there we go. That one's another loamy. Okay. 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 So that's more crafties. Alright. We needed 20 more. And yep. These are now starting to fill in, so perfect. Then I can add more etheric gems to this one. Perfect. Okay. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Okay. Yep, in the meantime... Yeah. Alright. Okay. So yeah, this will now start running. Alright. You can go here to help them out. Perfect. Okay. So there, we finally have enough movement of the wood to be able to feed both sides. Alright, 20 with wooden swords. Somehow this crate got a bunch of stumpies. And we'll just throw them in there. Okay. So fertilizer, crafty sparks. Then stone. Okay, we can do the quick manual. Get us some stone. Alright. Plus whatever I've got in storage. Okay. Alright. 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 So we're getting up to some base building. I know this isn't the most exciting game for people. I mean, what can I say? This is the kind of thing I truly enjoy, and, well, I understand it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it always hit right with me as a good base building game. And the automation is not simple, but there are simple rules guiding it, but there's a lot to it. Alright, and rock. Yeah, 5 more in there. Yep, all wood. Okay. Nope, and okay. So that is 15 rocks out of the 21 I need. Okay. And anything else needed? Okay. Yeah, etheric clumps, 21 rocks, and more crafty and fertilizer. And on the crafty, so then... Okay. Alright. So for now, looking for that 21 rocks. And then we're going to start getting into the part of the game I don't have a clue about. How we're going to really start branching out. Alright. Alright. I'm at 17. There we go. 21. Perfect. Okay. So now we just need to go west to get hit up and see how many crafties we can do. Alright. 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 Okay. Okay. So we're still looking for crafties. I got 10, 13, and we need 19. Okay. Alright. So 5 more. And, yep. And then the X, perfect. We have saturated this line enough that these two are constantly full, and then extra is being burnt. Oh. 5 residue, nice. Oh, I had a bunch of fertilizer in here. Oh, no, I had a bunch of Stumpy Sparks. No, okay. Sweet. Okay. So, almost there. At 17, 2 more. Alright. The logger. With the crafty sparks, they're pretty much set. Okay. Alright. And 19. Okay. So, let's head to town and get our stuff. Alright. Loamy Spark, sure. Compact storage. Unlocks big slot to player's personal inventory. Big slots can hold up to 10 stacks of the same item. Nice. Okay. Carapace gets us inventory upgrade. Okay. Oh yeah. And pick up the residue. And let's see what we can spend it on. Picked it up all the flags. Geometric pattern. Left, right. Nice. Okay. And family business. Okay. Decoratives. Alright. just something to addition to make your base look a little nicer. Okay. So for her, it was just the stone. Perfect. Wonderful! While you've been gathering everything, I've been in contact with these two sisters who are apprentices to a man who used to live here. They're already on their way here. We just need to give their new home a little cleaning. Could you lend us a hand? Alright. So now, need 10 more workers. Alright, get to it, little guys. Village expansion tier 3. You made it to the mountains. That's so cool. Mountains are the best place. The mayor said you need some stone expertise, and that's where we come in. We're going to be using lots of stone, and big chunks of it too. Alright. Masons are looking for time for your sparks to harvest and process stone. So, they'll allow you to turn stone into stone plate and the drill. Except, they need 20 quartz. I got chased around by a rock terror once. I was okay, but ever since then, Sis doesn't like the mountains as much anymore. Okay. Harvesting and stone cutting. So... okay. And there are a bunch of new quests because we got new materials. But let's finish off what we have first. Finish what's on your plate first, then move on to the new stuff. So for that, we needed the crafty sparks. And last bit of fertilizer. Alright. The new spark recipes are ready. I'm sure they'll prove quite useful. My favorite out of the bunch is the carry spark. Alright, and the extra can come back. Alright. And then it's just the etheric clump. Okay. Let's upgrade the logger so you don't have to worry about collecting leaves by hand anymore. If you bring me a few things, I can easily upgrade it. Alright, so this is how we can get infinite leaves. Love to see it. Alright, the woodsman. The woodsman believes you'll need a steady supply of leaves and want to figure out a way to directly harvest them with a logger. Alright, he'll need choppies and 106... okay. Okay. So that'll give us the option to harvest leaves. I heard from the mayor you're exploring the mountains. You have noodle arms. I'll build something to help you. A ladder. Sawn timber, wooden panels, and stone. I climb taller cliffs and ramps to build paths on. I climb mountains whenever I can. Oh, you already guessed that, huh? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that's how we get up and out into the wilder areas. Oh, dearie, you've been so busy helping the village grow, helping all of us, and creating such wonderful things. I hope you've been doing all this because it's been a lot of fun. You don't need to force yourself, and you should remember to take breaks. But if you insist, I won't stop you. There's this part of the village I've been thinking we should clean up next. No one lives there anymore, you see. So, stone plates, limestone, and okay. That's gonna be, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna quest log, and I'm gonna unpin that one for right now. Vertical logistics. Okay, leaf harvesting, definitely. Okay. And the other person is the divine with a new quest from him. Hello, I had quite a breakthrough just now. If I'm correct, and I usually am, I think of our way to build our own waypoints. I'll need some materials to test out various mechanisms. Alright, so we'll be able to make our own. etheric pellets, and wood panels. Alright, and he has a second one. Now that you're getting closer and closer to the mountains, you should keep an eye out for these 2 spark shrines in the area. They're located quite high up. You might need the help of a quartermaster to reach them. She used to climb mountains a lot. I think she can think of a way to get you there, too. Alright. To get us the Rocky and the Arty Spark. Okay. So those are new stuff. You've been crafting up a storm. Take a look at our new decorations. Okay, new stuff. And new clothing. The funny face disguise. The bushy hair. Ooh, moon pajamas. Squeeze horn. Okay. Alright, so now we'll be able to start making our own. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Here we go, folks. Okay. Okay. So we needed 40 choppy sparks. Okay. Etheric clumps. Okay. Now the big thing we'll need to address. The other thing that we haven't really had a chance to, in all truth, is, end of the day, automating the harvesting of the gems of the etheric. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Because we still don't have a good way of harvesting etheric. And let's see. Okay. Alright. And the saw blades. Okay, it's mostly that they're just full up. Alright. Panels. Okay. So now we need to figure out... Okay. Because once we have infinite leaves, we'll have infinite fertilizer. Okay. And for now... Choppy Shrine was the one... Carry, yeah, it was the far west. Okay. Because choppy ones required... Right, regular stumpies plus that. Right. Okay. Right, so we want to get some more regular stumpies. Okay. Because that's the other thing, is just... Okay, crafties... Yeah. We do have carries, actually. So what I could do... Grab some and then replace them with carries. Okay. So for example... Alright. And grab the carries. And yep. Alright. And there's less congestion because each of the carries is carrying 2. Alright. Alright. So then that should... So then the next thing is making... Okay. Stumpies, but what we're looking... Choppies and carries are the 2 big ones. Sawn lumber and a crafty. Choppy is... Okay. Sawn lumber and a crafty. Alright. Carries are the more effective. Carries are obviously the ideal. So... Okay. Okay. Alright. So first up, let's set up for... Yep. Get through this area and then start setting the choppies up to be worked on. Alright. Alright, so more of the... There, and more of the swords. Okay. Then more of you. Okay. So I do have 10. Okay. Alright, 16. And I do need to kill a couple of beefalents. Nope, okay. So not hard enough to do that. Let's see, where was that beeflet? Alright. While we're here, might as well throw another 10 in there. Get some boards. Oh, I have 6 in there already. Beautiful. More crafties. There it is. Yep. Okay, get back here. Alright. Nice. Nice. Nice and easy. Get rid of the wood for now. Okay. Got the shrine to make more choppies. Alright. Okay. Oh no, I do have some more. And swords. Okay. So I have 19 swords currently, which will soon bring me to half what I want. Yeah, they one tap. Alright. Go boys! Alright. I'll keep looking for more beef lance. Need one more clump after all. Alright. Forest spunnies, field spunnies. Alright. Okay. Alright, so yeah, looks like we will have to use ladders to get up into the mountains proper. But, alright. Well, let's see. Blocked air vents. So they can't... Okay. So that must be the new types they need. Dry bush. Okay. Alright, dry trees. Alright. Okay. Right. Yep. Well. Not much I can say. The mountains are windy. Okay. Oh, aggressive. Okay. The Frowlet. And Pingus. Okay. Well, let's see. How bad is the Frowlet? Yeah. Okay. Not the worst. Okay. And can you destroy the Frow spawn? Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Looks like I did lose one. Alright. Okay. Oop. Game auto-saving? Yeah. Okay. Destroy this rock. And rocks and pebbles. Okay. They must have another way to get through. Ah, Pingus. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Nope. Get back. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I lost one. Whatever that acid is. Okay, Songlin. Okay. Now from that, let's just warp ourselves back. Okay. Well, at least we defeated the Pengus, so we can at least do the tendon. To unlock the copy tool. Copy and paste buildings, paths, and more. Okay, so if you find something you want to keep, that's not bad. Okay. So, that's a Lomi we don't need. We need quartz. Beefelink carapace. Okay, and... Oh. 2 etheric. Let's probably buy something. Sure. Just little adorable things to extra. Etheric clump. Need one more. Alright. And choppy sparks. And tree bark. Oh, well, we can take these back. Okay. Okay. And tree bark we'll have to go grab. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. Alright, for our tree bark. Okay. Throw. Yeah, I got a ton of this. Okay. Actually, that can come back because that'll enable us to keep making more. Yep. And then... Okay. Etheric distillery. Go ahead and throw the more in there. Okay. Alright. So let's see. Nice, more crafties. And spark. Okay. Alright, because one of the next things we'll need, we could build a spark bench. Okay. This one, we would want choppies. Okay. So crafty. Okay. Oh, I have like... Okay. Didn't realize I had like 62 of the little guys. Okay. Yeah. So then that'll get them working. I've got so many of the... They're all carrying the little guys. Okay. 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 So you guys. There we go. Okay, because you two are both bringing in the wood pan. You're supposed to just be bringing in wood panels. Okay. And you guys are taking the... Okay. Okay. And swords. Okay. And we'll use some of the sword ones. Lots of lomies. Okay. Alright. Well, let's start grabbing the tree bark, because we know we'll need a ton of that, right? So we'll throw this all in. Okay. I mean, the whole point of this game is to automate, but as things stand, okay. So, okay. Okay. Tree bark. Then choppies. Right, loams. Okay. 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 There we go. Okay. Alright. So from there, let's grab the choppies that are getting produced. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Unlock the inventory upgrade. An additional row. Nice. Okay, so then now we just need a carry spark and some quartz. Okay. Leaves harvesting, so we can make infinite lomies. So, choppies. And then literally one short, but that's good. That's fine. Okay. So now we just need an additional 17 chops. Okay. And quartz. Okay. Oop. All right. Back out we go. Okay, quartz. Okay. Okay, so first thing, yeah, check on our sword production. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. So what we need to do then is bring... Alright. So what we... Okay, because then That's the reason this isn't getting built, the crafties. Okay. 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 So then the other thing we need to do then is bring a road around, or actually, we can delete this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What we want to do is move this to over here. And this one stays on choppy. And then what we have it do is a dirt path this far, then down to here. Okay. Then these guys, then this, well, here, let's clean this out. Go ahead, boys. In the meantime, I'll put a road from here to here. Alright. Okay. Alright. So then... Okay. So then pick up all this crap. Nice. Okay. So that... plus the 5 here. Okay. Alright. So do I want crafties or choppies? Okay. So actually what we'll do is a splitter. No, not crossing. Splitter here, where entering this way, you either go this way, or okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because what... Okay, so then... Yeah, we need to move this forward one. Okay. There we go. So you either go load the... Okay, so they either go load this, bringing the... Okay, and then from there I need more etheric. Okay. So from here I need to get some more etheric, so... Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that hurt. Okay, then I can do... So they are so the crafty ones are actually significantly weaker. No. Okay. I think I heard a beeple. Beautiful. Alright. Okay. Alright. Beeflet. Okay. Alright. Stay away from its front. There we go. Nice. Alright. Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, not that. Good. Nice. And lost one. And there we go. Okay. For the cost of one little guy, I guess that's not a bad loss. Okay. And from here, go ahead and start getting... Clear out some of these rocks. We're gonna need it anyway. Alright. Yep, that'll help out. Okay. And choppies are now on automatic production. Okay. We needed how many more? 17. We're at 9. So it'll take a little while, but still. Helping out. Crafties, so then all I need to really do this and add a few more gems. Let's go grab... Yeah, let's go through our etheric distillery anyway. Well, it's not quite here yet, but happy Pride Month for all of us who celebrate it. And I'll go drop this off in the meantime. Okay. So last thing is carrying quartz. Let's see, and this is the last. Cool. And dividing clumps into, pellets. Now, nothing will go to waste. How very pleasing. You know, I'm rather familiar with the concept of supply and demand, and I saw the quartermaster working on that spark thrower. To me, at least, it's quite clear that you can now automate your supply. I figured I'd give you the idea in case you didn't think of it. Try and tell me how it worked out. Kill... Okay. New spark thrower help you gain... Okay. So... Out here on the frontiers, I don't think you'll find better prey to ranch than the forest bunnies. You certainly won't need to worry too much about their population as long as you don't destroy their nest. And even if they did, then they'll rebuild the nest soon enough. Maybe I can find a different way to deal with the wild animals. Automated spark combat. Okay. So, we need to find a nest of spunnies. And that'll give us all the gems we need. Okay. So then... a spunny nest. Where is a... Probably forest bunnies? A spunny nest. So we can automate... Okay. So where, pray tell, will that be? Beeflet. A spunny nest. Ah! Spunny burrow. Okay. And this trophy we just got, 10 ether residue. Okay. Okay. So, a spunny nest. Okay. So, deepen these forests. Okay, so then I would need to make a thrower. Okay. Okay, just gotta go back and grab all the materials from our main base. Okay. Okay. Or I could just pack up the spunny thrower we have, after all. Not the worst idea. Yeah. Okay, and wooden path. Okay. So, let's see if I have this right. Alright. So a spunny nest is in there. So we would go spunny thrower. Okay, so around there. Okay. Then there, active. Okay. 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 And now. Okay. And then they'll start fetching me. Okay, etheric shards. And we did lose one. But, okay. Now, the only downside is there's nowhere to produce them but down there by the etheric distiller. still. Alright. So this is a good way to have them... Okay. Alright. Now the question is, do they eventually just return automatically? Okay, so yeah. Ideally, you probably want... Okay. Okay. Not the worst. Okay, so that's one way we can harvest this area. Okay. Okay, so that's another option. Okay, so tree bark, we'll just gotta grab one more and check on our choppy spark production. Should have that mostly empty. Mostly rather done. High in the sky. Throw 1,000 sparks. Well, when you automate it, that shit's gonna happen pretty fast. Okay. Alright. And I've completely missed. North and east. Whoops. I love this kind of game because I know it's the death of my channel. No one's gonna want to watch this. Alright. Okay, so that's what, a full 10. And... Yep, so I still need 7 more. Okay. And plenty of there. Okay. Here we go. Alright, grab a tree bark. Right, the biggest thing is the quartz, honestly. How do you get quartz? Because we obviously need quartz before we can do like arty, so we have everything we need to make to get it apparently. It's just a question of how. Alright. Quartz probably up in the mountains? Yeah. Well, we'll just have to keep looking. Ancient block container. Alright. Start checking in the mountains. Yeah, lots of wind. Alright. Really? Really dry saplings here. Okay. Alright, can't get up there. Alright. lots of... Okay, so lots of these more aggressive animals. Alright. Yep. 20 quartz. Okay, Pengus, no. Okay. Oh, hey. Bones, I suppose? Which is probably that big thing up there. That sounds like it's sleeping, so let's not try to piss it off. Stone harvesting. Chip block container. Okay. Yeah, not seeing too much. Yeah, nothing we can't get without getting up higher, I don't think. So I assume it's these big rock piles that we're going to need access to. Oh well. And just check real quick. Looks like everything's working fine. Okay. Yep, we're good. Sorry, was just making sure my tech was still working. Okay. So we need to get up high. Alright. So back to... Yeah, so tree bark. Alright, almost have enough forest bunnies dead. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's speed this along. Alright. Alright. Nice. Forest bunnies. There, that puts us up at 12. Okay, that'll help. And let's see. Nice. Alright, might as well get the distillery working. Okay. And the gems to go get the production going. Alright, alright. And... yeah, okay. And production for our little guys. Here's some more. And then we need more choppies, so they should be all complete now. Alright. Okay. So that puts us at, yeah, 15 out of the 17 we needed. Okay. looking for lumber. Looks like we could definitely throw some more of these guys. Alright. There, that should help. A bit. Craft these. Alright. That should be the 17. Yep. Okay. Oh no, 18. Okay. No, 17. Okay. We're good. Back to town. Okay. Okay. So... he's waiting for us to kill all the final 8 spunnies. And leave harvesting. Okay. Okay, and tree bark. Yep, we can now infinitely get leaves. Nice. Okay, so that allows us to make infinite... that allows us to make infinite loam. Okay. And wood panels. Okay. Yeah, etheric pellets and wood panels. Okay. So I need to stop using them constantly. Okay, because forest bunnies drop those. Let me share you some of my merchant wisdom with you. What we need right now is to get your sparks working on textiles. Which respectable town wouldn't boast something as elegant as fiber crafts? However, the loom to work, we need a pengus tendons. Now that you've expanded into the mountains, you can hunt pengus there. They're very annoying to deal with. If only could take away the miasma they shoot out and then decisively attack. Maybe there's a... okay, so there's one that is used to it. It'll let us learn ropes. Okay. So that's another step. But one of the biggest things we need is... okay. And she wants rope, stone plates, limestone, yeah. So she's looking for the more aggressive stuff. Sawn timber, wooden panels, okay. And stone. Well, the stone we can do. Okay. So, wood panels and sawn timber. Easy enough. Okay. And sawn timber. Okay. Because we need... alright, folks. We need ladders to get up high. So, let's get them. Also, nope. Okay. Oh, only need 60. Okay. It was sawn timber we needed the more of. Perfect. And we can now build ladders and ramps. Here you go. Be careful out there. Alright. So, ladders and ramps. I've been thinking, you and your sparks can get into mountains now. Your production line in that area could still be more efficient. Zip lines, elevators, and cannons. Okay, then she needs rope and fluted coral. Okay. So that's more ways to get our sparks around. But But yeah. So wood panels. Go ahead and throw them in. Okay, so I need 80 more wood panels and 12 etheric pellets. Which, your best bet is to have Sparks hunting forest. Hunting in the forest. Yep. Alright. Okay. So let's see. Any pellets in here? Nah. Yeah, what we really need... Yep. Yeah, I think part of what we need to do here is... Alright. Can we move? Okay. Let's move the spark thrower a little closer. Yeah. Okay, what if we go like here? Will they still be... Okay, I think that's a clear area, and then they'll start chopping the trees down. They won't be banging their head on the rock as much. Yeah, because the rock is the major issue here. Okay. Alright. So, forest bunnies and quartz. Alright. Okay, and then we need more pellets. Okay. So from here, we can now build ladders, right? Let's see, decorative, no. Logistics. Okay. Okay. So I need, okay, ramp. Okay, but either way. 2-tile ladder to help, yep. And we have to have a saw, okay, and then you need a saw to do it. A saw bench, okay. And more swords. Okay. And some crafties. And there we go. Okay. Let's say, is there a nest in this forest? No. Let's say, anywhere there might be a nest. Yeah, no. Okay. Because I'm just thinking one of the next things I want to do is get 20 of the choppies and see about clearing out some of this forested areas. Okay. Either way. So our next thing... Right. Okay, so I need to borrow a saw. Okay, to make it... Okay, so what's the actual recipe? Anyway. It is Oh no, I need a wood workshop. Okay, wood blades, I have plenty of. Ladder. Raw wood and lumber. And, okay, first stage. So... Okay. Alright. And the sawn lumber is pretty much going straight. Okay. So, wood workshop. Okay, just to temporarily do a ladder. Then just toss it in ourselves. Okay. Do like 2, 3. Okay. Gotta give it, ladder takes a lot of sawn lumber, actually. Okay. Alright. Alright. Seven, 8. Okay. Alright, that'll give us our number 8. Okay. Okay, and then I can go back to wooden blades. Okay. So, we can now head into the mountains. So, closest place, rock to the left. Okay. That should get us all the quartz we need, theoretically. We'll see. Alright. So then a ladder. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. So like to get to this one. Okay. Okay, has to be flat. Okay. So then ladder up here. No. Okay. So let's see. Oop. Okay. Round the corner. Okay. So to get up here, ladder. Okay. So okay. And no way to get to here. Oh, there we go. Alright. And up, and up. And go ahead. Okay, nope, too hard for him. So let's try sword. laser. Coral. Ah, small rocks. There we go. There we go. That's how you get it. Okay. That's how much? 8 pieces. Quartz boulder, quartz giant rock. Okay. Okay, so then need to go ladder here. Not high enough, too high. Right, because the ladder can only get you up 2 spaces. Okay, so none here. Falling spark, giant rock. Okay, so let's keep looking further south. Okay. Okay. So we can't get there. We could get there. Let's see. Okay, we're starting to get to some new places. So let's see, can I get up to this one? Okay. It's not that far up, actually. Okay, I should be able to get up to this one. Yeah. Then ladder here. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we'll start getting the... I assume once we have enough quartz, we'll be able to start accessing fluted vents. Okay. Yep. Rocks around here. Nice. Okay. Go ahead. Nice. Alright. Alright. And we got all we need. Okay, there we go. Alright, so from there, we'll head back home. Okay. So quartz. Okay, now I just need a carry. And 20 quartz for these two. Come on, let's get rocking! Okay, so we get the drill to harvest infinite stone, and then the stone cutter to turn rocks into plates and pebbles. Ta-da! An all-new shiny drill and stone cutter for you! Working with stone will be much easier now. Alright. So, the mountains also have coral, you know? It's super cool because we can produce a whole new kind of stone with it. All we need is some new machinery for you and your Sparks. Our buildings will be so big and strong. Just bring us a few things and we'll have new things for you in no time. Alright, stone plates. And they can make limestone. Do you even think about how cool nature is? We can refine materials to get something completely new. Indeed. Alright. Alright, and you wanted... be honest, all of this is a little close to a war machine, but I suppose butchering animals for meat is much the same as the same kind of distasteful. A lot of people are interested in your sparks, you know. Perhaps a little too interested. Thankfully, our attempts at solving this diplomatically is working quite well. As long as we keep the sparks safely here, we shouldn't have too much of an issue with the growing legion of literal walking clubs and swords you seem insistent on making. Alright. Automated spark combat. Alright. And we're still waiting on the etheric pellet. And woodland panel. Okay. Now the panels. Okay. So 60 more panels. And I need to chop up these clumps into a pit and have these clumps chopped up. Okay. Simple enough. Makes sense. Okay, so we'll take a minute. Switch this one over from chopping to fertilizer to clump dividing. Alright, and that gets us 6 pellets, so that's... Alright, so that's that quest pretty much taken care of. Alright. Alright, tier 4, small waypoint. Okay. Yeah, that'll be those pellets done. Then Rocky, Arty Spark. Okay. So the only thing we need is a carry spark. And a carry spark requires crafty and... Yeah, it's crafty and some sawn lumber. Okay. Sawn lumber. Yep. Okay. Love it. And we'll go make some carries. Real quick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and there's even more pellets for us. There we go. Carry it. Oop. Okay. No, that's the lonely. Arty. Oh, carry's the whole way over there. My bad. Heading in the wrong direction. Ah, good grief. Just one thing after the other with this game. But that's mainly because I'm just doing the running around for the quests and haven't gotten into the really fun part where we just decide, alright, now we build our base, build up this base and fields as we need to optimize our automation. Okay. Basically, more so what I'm looking to do... Okay. So, crafties... And sawn lumber... Oh, and I do have 5... Okay, I have 5 carries already. Perfect. Okay. So let's head back and get... Alright. So, carry, finish this off. The Rocky Spark and the Arty Spark. Okay, Rocky Spark, limestone, pebble and stone plate, and fluted coral. Spark rush all, lock on to enemies. Ooh! Pebbles to unlock the waypoints, and machine range for scouting and hauling sparks. Yep, We're getting into the really fun and specialized stuff. Okay. Ooh, and that did unlock a new quest. You go to the Woodsman. When you update him on what's happening, you mention the Arty Spark you've recently discovered. Oh, that sounds fantastic. Actually, I've been making paints by hand and gathering pigments out of nature for the craftsman, but it's getting difficult. Since you'll need paint for the Arty Spark, we should create paints in a workstation, and maybe some way to apply the paint too. How about it? Alright, to create for the Arty one, the paint bucket, the cutter. So red paint is made with... Okay, red paint is from bark, okay. And turpentine to remove it, okay. So it needs quartz, leaves, tree bark, okay. And yes, I'm ignoring him. Okay, so we start with pigments to paint, okay. So that'll be a new one. Okay. Alright. So, I'll also pick up the, clump dividing into pellets. And wooden panels, I should have more than enough stocked away here. Oh yeah. So, or sort mine. Okay. But the wooden panels, that's 20, 40. Okay. Yep, 60. Okay. Alright, so we'll go get the Woodland Waypoints ability. Alright. Okay. And the pellets. There you are. This should work. These need to be built on top of ancient bases, but with these small waypoints, your travels will be much more convenient. Thank you. Still, that is useful. Okay, the rest of it can all go back to me. Okay, mountain spark creation, yeah. So we needed stone, stumpy sparks. Okay. 48, okay. And an RD spark and a rocky spark. So let's go grab them while we're out. So let's go out and grab those real quick. Alright. Let's go meet our new friends. So the Arty Spark and the... That's Choppy Carry. Okay. Well, let's go see. Okay. Okay. The Rocky Spark and the Arty Spark. Haven't come across the Arty. Yeah, yeah, that's the Hauling Spark. Oh well. We'll keep looking. But for now, let's meet the Arty. Okay. That's Lomi. Are these to the north? Okay. Thought I was going in the wrong direction a bit. Okay. The Oddspark. Alright. Okay. So, the workshop is getting bigger and bigger. I need to take time to organize things a little better. A splash of color feels nicer than just this tangled mess of stone and wood. I think I'll make a new base past the mountains. That way, I can target a bigger area and clean more at once. Or maybe I can make smaller ones that overlap. And then from there, I can go further and clean up more distant areas. The work is never done. Ancient paint bucket. So yeah. So those blocked up artifacts were mostly things like that. And now we have a paint. So, I imagine you throw it in and it paints it. Okay, the next thing we need to find is the Rocky. Alright. Hauling. Yeah. Plenty of places to look still. Alright. Alright. Suppose we can... Okay, where haven't we been? Further east. Okay. Haven't been into the mountains further east yet. Okay. Let's see. Okay, can't get up there. I didn't bring the ladder with me, did I? No, I put that way. Okay. Let's keep exploring, see. Okay. Like here. Okay. Okay. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Come here. Okay. And go ahead. Okay. Okay. Okay, made it without losing anything. Okay. That is the Pengu tendon. Was there someone who wanted like a bunch of those? Nope, it was one of the, okay. It was... Yeah. Our upgrade at tier 4. Okay. The Rocky Spark. Alright. Okay, there's something there. Eh, well. We're not doing too bad. Alright. Could start looking to build... Is there a... Okay, see, the downside is there's no tree to start for the wood production. Alright. This. Mantis deers. Okay. Huh, this looks like a pretty easy area to start climbing up. Okay. I mean, okay, there's the sheer wall that... This is all obviously to protect you, the main camp area, but I still think this is pretty good. Okay. Forest bunnies... Okay. Okay. So, we're now getting access to a lot of materials, and a lot of them we really need to start fully automating. Okay. Alright. Because, like, these trees here... Yeah. Just have them chop. Okay. And just to be clear... Alright. Paint. Okay. Okay. But yeah, we could basically take the swords. We could cut through most of this. Yeah, have them go this way. Yeah, no, they all... So, like, if I went them here... Yeah, they'd be able to just... Yeah, clear out this area. Okay. So, or just use this one. I'll say, is there a forest bunny? Okay. Because what I'm looking for is a forest bunny area near some wood. So I can basically set up a roamy production. Oh. Yep. There we go. Getting distracted by everything. Alright. 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 Yeah. Okay, so full stack. Alright. There we go. Yep. Nice. Sweet. Okay. So now we need to figure out Okay, because basically we should take smaller bases that look to overlap. Okay. Effectively, what I'm trying to imagine here is what is going to be useful. This... Okay, if I bring wood up, I can have this be our basic production specifically for... Okay, Spark Workbench. Crafty, put 2 of you on. And this will be my main production for infinite numbers of your basic stumpies. Okay? So, we're looking for Aether. Okay. For pellets. Okay. Alright. So we want one of the trees down here. Well, the one further east. Okay. Logger. Infinite harvesting is stone and more. Must be built on a giant rock. Right. Requires logger. Okay. Alright. So what I need now is stone. I got any left in the huts? No. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so nothing we have, but let's see. Infinite stone. Drills require stone plates, so I need basics. Okay. Okay. But, you know what? We've been going for a long time, and I just realized what late it is, so I'm going to call it here for tonight. I will be back tomorrow morning with more Oddsparks. I hope you all are enjoying. And this is a lot of interesting, a lot of fun, and a lot of having to understand the way the production goes. So, I want to thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and I hope to see you next time on this, or maybe something else. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.